Hey friends, welcome back to the Handyman Journey. I'm your host, Alan Lee, and I thought it would be really fun to go over what a handyman carries every day. Now this is my everyday carry, personally in my handyman business, not necessarily what you need to carry, but these are just kind of the things that I feel are necessary for a handyman to carry. Now this is just what I carry every day, so one of the most probably important things to be for a handy person is a good quality flashlight. I chose personally a Streamlight Stinger LED flashlight. Absolutely love this flashlight. I got it back when I was in the automotive industry, and then I have it basically just on a Streamlight Stinger, belt holster. Not the style that flip over, but the style that you got to thread the belt through. I really like this style. It gets a good strong grip, and I always carry that on my back right side, so I can just pull that out and check things out. And then I also carry a thing of pepper gel. I think that this is important. Some people think that this is kind of an overkill item, but I think it's very important, especially as handymen. We go into numerous people's houses every single day. We don't know, for one, if they're going to have crazy animals. We don't know if we're going to encounter crazy animals on the street, right? So these are always important. And then also, second, we don't know if we're going to encounter crazy people. That also brings up another topic that I'm currently working on getting my concealed carry permit. Once I get that, I will also be carrying a firearm. So I think that's a very important thing as well. I think I'll still be carrying the pepper gel just because I like having both, a lethal and non-lethal if something needs to go down, right? So, but those are all things that you definitely need to think about. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research on personal protection. And then those two items I keep wrapped in it's an X-Tac, basically it's a firearm belt. So it's made for carrying firearms and kind of things like that. So it loops through, sorry, I did that wrong. It loops through the first one and then loops through the second one, and then it Velcros there. So the only way to take it off is you do that, but it's still wrapped around your waist. So it's not like a traditional where it's just one thing and then you could pull the whole belt off. This one is completely different. The only way to take it off your complete waist is to unvelcro it, wrap it back through, and pull it back out. So there's a lot of safety measures in this, and it's also made out of a good quality material that's not going to wear out if you're clipping things on and clipping things off. It's made for people who carry firearms on a daily basis and carry things on their belt in a daily basis. So, and all of these items, I will put a link in the description below on where you can find those. A few of the things that I carry is a Milwaukee Fastback. I think personally that these are the best razor blades that I've come by. They got, like most razor blades, they got a quick release function right there. But I think that these are really nice, for one, because they're Milwaukee, and I'm a Milwaukee nut. I absolutely love them. They're super easy, convenient, they're light. They usually clip right into my right hand front pocket there. They do make a bigger one that also has a seatbelt cutter on it. And it's also, I think it's advertised as a wire stripper, but I mean, who's gonna pull this out and strip wire? If you're gonna strip wire, get a wire stripper. So I think that's a very important thing to have, is a good blade that you can use when you're working around them. It's always good for opening boxes or things like that. And then also the other ones, I don't really carry these on a daily basis, but I do when I'm wearing my other uniform. This uniform here is my estimator uniform. I have another uniform which is my technician uniform that I'm using when I'm working, and it has front shirt pockets on either side. So I'll put in a pen and also put in a little pocket screwdriver. I know my employee Frank, he always gets on me because he carries basically a Sharpie, and then he also carries a carpenter's pencil. But I always carry my carpenter pencils. I always have them kind of shorter, and I carry them in my back pocket. That's more convenient for me. But at the end of the day, it's whatever works best for you in your front pocket. But I always like having, whenever I'm in the technician role, the very minimal, I like having a pen, but I also love having a pen and a little pocket screwdriver, because these things, they are super handy when you're talking about maybe unscrewing things for towel rods or things like that, little set screws, and also, prying certain things. And there's a magnet on the back. This one particularly just has some logos from the old auto shop that I worked for, but you can buy them anywhere on Amazon, so work great. So these are the things that I I mainly carry on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, when I'm going in to do an estimate, I always have you know, a Milwaukee tape measure on my right front pocket. Really love that. I have thrown around the idea of getting like a belt clip that has like a thing for your tape measure. I mean, I've been going back and forth on those, but ultimately I don't really like the idea, and I think I'm probably going to stay away from that. I think I'm just going to keep my tape measure on my pocket, just because I don't like having another thing hanging off the side of my belt, right? Like these two items right now, they run just like that on the right back of my belt right here. And the way my belt loop works is if I shove them all the way to the belt loop to the front, they don't, you know, dig into my back when I'm sitting down in the vehicle. So that's kind of nice about these two. I don't really want something else hanging off my hip that can get caught up on things when I'm walking around or things like that. And then just to go back to the whole concealed carry, the holster that I currently have is inside the waistband holster back here. I am debating, going back and forth, whether or not to continue carrying that way or carry appendix. There's pros and cons to both aspects, as you may know. But I would absolutely love to hear what your everyday carry is as a handyman. I've enjoyed sharing with you what I carry on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of my videos past have been kind of me working and, you know, how to start up a handyman business and practical things like that. We've never really gotten into what I carry on a daily basis, so this has been kind of fun. I would absolutely love to hear what you carry on a daily basis, what you think is essential, and maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something that I need to put into my everyday carry here. So would absolutely love it. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Also subscribe to this channel if you guys are new here. Welcome. If you guys have been here forever, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you on the next one.